What's up, y'all? It's Jayden here, and welcome back to my channel. Happy Tuesday. If it's Tuesday for you, which I'm confident it is, that means you made it through Monday. So congrats to you. My Monday'd very harshly. I don't know what it is about Mondays. It's just Monday don't know how to come in, have a seat, and act right. It just got to do the most. But listen, we're here. We made it. We only have 3 more days until it's the weekend again. So let's do it, y'all. First and foremost, if you're new here, hi guys, I'm Jayden. I am the owner of this YouTube channel. But welcome to you. Before you get comfortable, please make sure that you subscribe to this channel to receive updates about me and anything I post. Also, take a moment to follow me on Instagram at Jayden1. I'll put my name right here as usual. And if you're not new here, hey y'all, welcome back. If you forgot to subscribe, make sure you do. And if not, get comfortable. This one is gonna be, you know, kind of fun in a way. It's not as heavy as the last few videos, but this video is gonna be pretty cool. Okay, so if any of y'all remember my earlier videos, you'll recall that I did a YouTube video on dating as a virgin in my 20s. I am 28 years old. I'm a virgin. I've never canoodled in that way. And that's not something I'm ashamed of at all. However, it has made dating a bit more difficult than I feel it needs to be. And that's something that I kind of touched on and expounded on in that video. I'll post, I guess, a little clip of it here. But yes, that was what that video was about. However, this time around, I want to talk a little bit about why I've decided to stop dating altogether. Why I've decided to step out of the dating pool. And this isn't something that is like, this isn't meant to bash dudes or bash the dating pool in any way, shape, or form. It's just about my experience and why it's not anything that I'm interested in anymore. I'm literally not interested in romance. Like, I don't want to say that I'm not interested at all, because I do have the desire to be in a relationship and to eventually get married and, you know, settle down and have kids and stuff like that. However, as of right now, I'm not interested in the process of putting myself out there, getting to know someone, letting someone get to know me, going through the talking phase, and then hoping that, you know, the person I'm talking to decides to commit, and, you know, putting in effort to commit on my end as well. You know, I feel like it's not as simple today as it once was. And that's something that my mother and my father will both agree with. It used to be as simple as, if I'm interested in you, I'm going to pursue you. And if I'm interested in you, then I'm going to let you pursue me. And then we're going to build from somewhat of a friendship to something romantic to something, you know, a bit more deeper. And you're going to ask me if I want to go deeper, and I'm going to say yes. And then we're going to keep building. However, now it's more so this race to have a roster. And I feel like dating multiple people is okay, but I do not feel like it's okay to have a roster, have a list of people who you go through, who you build all these strong commitments with, and making each person feel like he or she is the only one in your life. That is not okay. I feel like there's been a lot of mind games being played with people, and there's been a lot of, you know, mixed signals being sent, like a lot of wasted time. Like, I've seen it and I've lived it. For example, I spoke to someone for a few months. I don't want to specify how long it was, but it was for a few months. And he would say over and over again how compatible we are, and how much he wanted to deepen our connection, and how much he wanted to keep talking and hoping that, it becomes more, and like never meeting anybody that's like me, and blah 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 blah. And at the very beginning, yes, I did fall for it, because I had never experienced that type of intentionality. Well, that's what it felt like. It felt like he was being very intentional about building some type of connection with me, for my connections, and just like hanging out, and him not asking me for nothing, like, because I've been approached with requests for money and all types of stuff, but he hadn't asked for anything. And so it felt different. But then it was a lot of inconsistency. There will be a lot of things planned that without follow through, and then it'll be days of not getting a response, or I'm gonna do this for you and then not doing it, or disappearing, just like a lot of gaps. And back then I thought, oh, you must be busy, or it must be this, must be that, like, coming up with all kinds of excuses. But now, being more mature in that area, I realized that it was more so breadcrumbing than it was, him being busy, just doing enough to keep my interest, but not actually committing. And unfortunately, because I've dealt with so much rejection, and because I wanted this so badly, I continue to entertain it. But after a major harsh realization, I let it go, and I feel great about it. And there are a couple of guys who I've let go, even though I was convinced that I liked them, and I just knew, that these connections would grow into something, and they were, pretty cute dudes. Like, even though all of that, I let them go, and I feel great. It feels great to not like somebody. It feels great to not hope that, a guy would text me back, or to not have that anxiety or those butterflies. I don't like having butterflies in my stomach because of a dude. I don't. I know that having butterflies in your stomach is something that we all practically romanticize, but as for me, I literally cannot stand it. It's not a good feeling at all. And so I've had multiple conversations with myself about where I am in life, and sometimes it is very, very, very easy to be like, oh, I'm done with this, I'm not doing the dating thing no more. But then when you get around certain people, or if you get in certain environments and you hear so much about romance, or you see couples enjoying each other's company, or you look on Facebook and you see a boy honoring his girlfriend, or like all these different things, it can re-trigger you and make you desire what you thought you were over. And so I've been through that pattern many times of being like, you know what, I'm done dating, I'm gonna focus on me, and blah 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 blah. And then 2 weeks later, I'm back on Facebook dating, or I'm back on Hinge, or whatever it is. But honey, I'll tell you right now, right darn now, that for a few months, I have literally taken my hands off of that entire process. I have shifted my mindset around that, because I genuinely think that there are so many other things that I could be focused on outside of romance. I feel like I don't think that there are things that you can do to like earn that kind of timing, where you doing A, B, C, and D, and then boom, God blesses you with the person you've been praying for or praying about. But I do think that there are things you can do to posture yourself so that you do attract the type of man that you desire. I really, really believe that. Like, I want someone who is intentional about his relationship with God, someone who is truly pursuing holiness and mental wholeness, pursuing purpose, and being serious about like his life's purpose and his career and his ministry call, if he has one. Someone who is mentally sound, someone who is family oriented. Like, there are a lot of things or characteristics and values that I desire to be in the man that I want. And I really believe that in order for me to have that, and of course the man won't be perfect, but in order for me to have a man that aligns with the standards that I have, I feel I have to abide by those standards. And in some ways I absolutely have, and in other ways I feel like I've struggled. And to help mitigate that, I think that I should change my focus a bit. And it helps that, you know, dating has been tragic for me. So I've had some ugly experiences with dating. And it is what it is. I know I'm not the only female who has had trouble with dating. I just know that I can't take any more hits right now, you know? And so looking at the areas in my life where I have major goals that require my attention, I don't have time to be putting myself out there for dating. I just really don't. Like, I want to keep losing weight. I want to grow my business. I want to get my own place. I want to fix up my car. Like, I want to fix my credit. I want to invest in the ideas that God has placed on my heart. I want to invest in ideas of the people in my life. Like, and so because those goals are not yet met, I could literally take the attention I put on romance and invest it in those different areas. Like, I can afford to do that. And so I'm done. I'm literally done with dating. Like, I'm literally done with dating. I don't have it in me. I don't have it in me. And I want so much for myself. And if I were to start dating right now, if I were to end up in a relationship right now, I don't think I would be, like, of course a relationship isn't meant to fulfill you, but I would always be looking for so much more. And I think the person would feel abandoned in a way, because I'd always be putting my focus here, still operating as a single person while in a relationship. And I feel like that's unfair for the kind of guy I want. Like, he's gonna be great, he's gonna be special, and abandoning him in that way because I abandoned all these goals and things that I should have been working on, again, it's unfair. And so I am literally done dating. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about romance. I don't want to see it. I don't want to take part in it. It's just is what it is. Now, I'm not gonna be a hater if my homies or my people start, you know, experiencing romantic bliss. Good for them. I love it. I'm gonna support it. Good for you. But as far as the idolizing, I feel like I used to do by myself and within different groups, like that, I can't do it anymore. Like, God has a man for me somewhere. He's doing something. I prayed heaven down for him for years. The time for all that, the warfare and going to the heavens on his behalf, honey, it's his turn if he ain't been doing it. But I have some other things that I could be fixing and mending and doing and building and growing and developing. Like, it just has to be done. And so, yeah, I'm done dating. And if you can, you know, relate to the fact that there was a time where you was just like, hoorah, hoorah about dating, but you starting to feel like that shift where it's like, oh, I don't really feel it right now. Like, I think it's absolutely okay to not want it. Even if it's for a season. I think God has a way of softening a person's heart in a particular area when the time comes for something to happen as far as dating and romance, where he may send a man or may send a woman who would want to develop a bond with you and then put in the effort to do so. However, if you feel like this is a season where you need to focus on other things because you can afford to grow in other areas, That's okay. Nobody's forcing you to get ready for a husband. I know that there are conferences and workshops all over the world on how to become the wife of a man's dreams. But honey, the men have a lot that they could be working on as well. So we can give the conferences and workshops, I'm talking to the ladies, we can give the conferences and workshops a break and get to the soul work and the mental work and the purpose work. Do you want to be the kind of wife who could have and should have and would have, and the type of woman who will always have the what ifs in the back of her mind because she neglected herself so that she will be who she needs to be for a man? No. You want to be well-rounded. And so focus on being well-rounded right now. You can become Psalm 31 wife and woman and all that in due time. And so that's where I am. That's where I am. That's where I am. Doing what I need to do. Doing what I need to do. And praying that God is in agreement. Trying my best to align with his will. And doing the work. Doing the work. I think that's what he wants out of us anyway. To do the work on our end. And allow him to do the work on his end. And if we so desperately try to, I don't know, create all these opportunities to meet men, honey, when will we have the time and the energy to do anything else? So yes, I quit. Take me out the game, coach. Take me out the game, coach, baby. And that's fine. I will sit on the sidelines for however many seasons it's going to take for me to get the wealth I desire, both in finances and, I don't know, joy and peace in multiple areas. However long it takes, I'm going to invest my time and energy into that. Then boom, when the door opens and my husband walks through it, we're going to rejoice. Okay? So ladies, give it a break. Give it a rest. Give it a rest. Give it a rest. Let the pool man come and clean the dating pool out while you go and work on you. And then maybe when you get back, it'll be a little better. Or maybe you won't even have to go to the dating pool. Maybe you won't have to because God is going to work something out on your behalf. That's what I'm believing for me. Believe that for yourself. And to the men too. If you tired of being the one pursuing and setting up all these things and doing all this to be the man of somebody's dreams, take a break and work on you just to become who you're meant to be in general. Take that time for yourself. God will awaken the husband in you when the time is right. And God will awaken the wife that is in you when the time is right. Okay? All right, guys. I am praying for us. Baby, I'm praying for us, honey. I am praying for us. I love y'all so much. And I hope y'all love me. Okay. Bye.